Missing something?
My cellophane. What happened?
Your cellophane?
Why do you need that? Is it right here?
Is it? Oh, there it is, buddy.
Oh, why do you need that?
Just in case if Alex asks while I'm smoking.
You don't remember?
This is the fourth cigar today, buddy.
Dang, you've been on a roll, huh?
Honestly, the code comes out of me when I'm smoking cigars.
It's been quite a week for you, I guess, starting Saturday.
I'm not going to lie. The flavor starts going away after like 7. It's like, you're like, it smells good. Toast.
You are tuning in to the Cigar Guys Podcast, where aficionados and newcomers alike gather to explore the vast cigar universe. Meet your host, Alexander Gonzalez, Mark Nikollaj, his big little brother Zachary Nikollaj, and Jared Burrows. So sit back, light up, and let's get the conversation started. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
What if every cigar was considered vintage? What if every cigar that we made was that perfect experience? And so that passion drove us to create Sans Pareil, a cigar without equal. The inspiration between Sans Pareil is 100% all about quality. Everything that we enjoy in our cigars, everything from the tasting notes to the burn, to the aroma, to the way the cigar lights, to the packaging, everything is focused on Sans Pareil cigars. And that's where we came up with our name, Sans Pareil, which is French for without equal, unparalleled. And we take every cigar that we make to that level, making sure that if it isn't something that inspires you to do something more, then it's not part of the portfolio, and that's what drives us every day.
Yeah, after Saturday, I was like, I don't know.
But it's free, so you're like, well, I have to smoke it now. Someone just gave it to me. It's free.
I can't be disrespectful.
I know. It's like when you go to someone's house, they put food on your plate. You're like, well,
I'm full. No, you're not. Never ashamed.
That's how I felt after the PCA. I was kind of low-key like, it's too much smoke, you know?
Yeah, I think Jared would have thrived there, but then he would have gotten home and been like, maybe I'll take a break for a day.
We would have got home, Jared's like, so Corona?
exactly. Dedication.
No one beats Jared's dedication when it comes to cigars.
I know a few people.
Well, so we've heard, but we've never actually seen these individuals smoke 15 in a row or a day or whatever. We've talked about it, but never really seen them do this, right? And we don't know if those are like all Robustos. There's really like 7.5 cigars.
That's a good point.
Or is it like all factory smokes where they're like halfway through, they put it down? Because technically saying you smoked a cigar, you could take a single puff and be like, yeah, I did it.
Well, too, like what defines a full cigar? Is it like where you have a quarter left? Like an inch left?
I'd say it's like eating pizza. You eat the whole meat of the pizza, maybe leave the bone or not. Either way, you're pretty good.
The bone?
Yeah, the edges.
The crust?
The crust.
The skeleton?
The skeleton. What holds it together.
What a wild thing to say.
That is probably the first time I've ever heard of that.
It was a wild podcast, so what is said had to be said.
Honestly, 15 cigars a day, you'd have to be smoking nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to wake up and have one every hour, essentially.
Yeah. It can be done. I think you all know somebody who could do it.
I don't think you could do that.
What? Oh my God. First the Woody.
I have full trust in Jared that he could do it.
You can't even smoke a Woody, and you expect him to smoke 15 a day.
Well, I think it would actually be easier to get Jared to smoke 15 cigars than it is to smoke the Woody.
Yeah, because every time I turn around, I'd smack somebody with it. The Woody's pretty big.
So you're scared of it?
No, I've never seen one in real life. So
it's basically a urban legend.
Let me ask this. If we buy one online, I promise you I'll smoke it. But the issue is, what if there's like no draw? We don't have a draw tool that's that big. What are you going to do?
The fuck are you doing?
He just ashed on your laptop over there, creating
Oh
problem.
my god.
Never
Never ashamed.
ends.
Never ends. Anyway. How are you doing, folks? Gents?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Running a little late today. Other than that, though, it's been pretty good. Pretty good day.
So basically, Mark says that his whole day is fine until he's late for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Well, honestly, I was putting something together and I just lost track of time.
Oh, okay. Jared?
What?
You having a good day so far?
I think it was a great day. This is my fourth cigar.
We know.
I had no idea.
What are you smoking?
Inaga North Leaf Maduro Toro cigar. Before that was a Padron. Before that was, I think, an AJ Fernandez New World. Before that was a San Parai Red. Interesting, right?
That's exactly what I'm smoking right now.
That is pretty crazy. I'm smoking the Samurai Purple. Bellicoso. Holy cow, what is that?
Just when you thought you couldn't get enough, this is my fifth cigar. Samurai, also purple.
It's Samurai Saturday.
Just true.
It's always Samurai Saturday. Sometimes Samurai Sunday. If you're really feeling up for it.
Sometimes. And then based on the weekday.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. All right. Rematch time. How many cigar brands, just brands, do you think you can name in 60 seconds?
Man, I'll freeze up. I don't know. 10?
I could do 11.
Jared?
Well, I just named 5, so
I think I'd do like 15.
I could do 16.
you want me to pull the clock out? Who's going to go this
I
time?
could probably do 20.
I could do 21.
22.
Cap.
Yeah,
Pull
but
the
last
timer.
time you did do 27,
How
so you
long
have
do
to
I
beat your old
60
number.
seconds.
60 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pull the timer, Jared.
Okay. All right. Let me know.
Let me know when you're ready, and then when he says the first one, start.
All right, ready? Go.
All right. La Galera, Liga Privada.
No cheating.
Aganorsa Leaf, Placencia, Rocky Patel, Gurkha, Davidoff, Padron, Ashton, My Father, Oliva, Warped, Caldwell, Besa, Samparai, Dunbarton, Tabernacle, New World, Toro Fuente, Got a Fire.
I think you added a few fingers there.
Not done.
Oh, man.
I don't know how much
You
that
got
was.
20.
Oh man,
Maybe.
that was close.
I don't know if you repeated any, but we'll review the footage.
I realized when I said Caldwell, I should have said their brands. You know,
I only
What do you
counted.
like instead of saying Caldwell, I should have said the King is dead and Long Live the King. And,
I mean, you could have done that with like almost half of those.
I know.
But brands meaning like, the actual brand, not like individual lines. I wonder how many Jared could do.
Not that many. Because I only smoke 1 or 2 brands a week.
Yeah, I don't know. I just freeze up when I'm in like a countdown sort of thing. You know.
So if we remove the timer, you could add some more, or
That's what he says. And he's going to say, well, the camera's on me, so.
No, this might take a
so
little
remove
longer.
the cameras and the timer.
All right, let's give him the rest of the podcast to just name as many brands as he can.
It's tough.
I was
I
joking.
forgot La Aurora.
It's not a game for everybody. I can tell you that. You know what they say?
What did I say?
I was hoping you'd know.
Slouching will form a pouch. We don't want that for you.
Yeah, make you grouch.
Exactly.
Even more. Anyway, we played a game recently last week with the guys that were at Central Cigars. Of course, one of us wasn't there.
I had to work.
I was just saying you
Imposter. Let's vote now.
I vote Mark.
Not me.
I just don't understand how you could sacrifice free cigars for work. It was awesome, man.
Shout out Central Cigars.
Yeah.
Hank, Marcus, the crew.
And,
Fantastic.
And of course, Central Cigars.
And Ruby's Elixir.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, yeah.
And Basis Cigars. And Samprai. And all the wonderful cigars we smoked together. Including, but not limited to, Padron. The brand new, not even on the market, West Tampa Tobacco.
Oh my.
Dark Time. The Phineas Gage, Liga Privada. What else do we have? Aventura. What else do we have? The more cigars we say, the more Mark is jealous.
Oh, I heard you got that Padron Black.
Padron Black, to be precise.
Yeah.
I was a little jealous about that one.
You can go buy it next time for $50.
That's steep.
So is it worth the $50, or how do you feel about it now? Can you still taste it?
I put a little bit in the back of my,
So the pizza you ate right
gum.
after didn't get it down?
No, I had the pizza before. Oh, I did take a bite of the pizza after. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got free pizza because they thought he worked there.
That's funny.
Basically,
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, how would you compare it to the Padron 50 year?
I think the 50 year is more spice, and because it's a box press, I would say it's better still. The
Okay.
50th year.
Okay.
If that Padron Black was in a box press, that would probably be 5 times better.
Bro.
Damn.
Maybe.
But they're both
But it was really good.
Are they both around $50 though?
They both are exactly $50.
Well, I think it might technically cost less. They might have had a little premium on that, but
Yeah, you got yours for free.
well, yeah, then there was definitely a premium on that. Again, very grateful. If you missed out on that event, it was a lot of fun. Come next time and check out the last podcast with the boys from Central Cigars. Great time. We'll be back soon.
Is that where you got that rare pink also?
Actually, yes, I forgot about that. Marcus
Wow.
very graciously gave me a rare pink that was given to him. So he said, basically, he was like, I've had so many of these. Here you go. And I was like, well, okay.
That's
Nice,
cool.
man. No, I was kidding. That was really cool. It was really cool of him. And I enjoyed it very much. So I'm very grateful for that. That was probably, I don't know. I was going to say the best cigar that we had that day, obviously besides Besa and Samprai. We had Besa, Samprai. The West Tampa Dark Time was really good. And then that Arturo Fuente Rare Pink was also very good.
The West Tampa was the first one you had, right?
Yeah.
The wrapper, you'd have loved it.
Mm-hmm.
The label, you'd have loved it.
I saw a picture of it.
The binder, you'd have loved it. But the filler, it'd have filled you up.
It was really good. That's probably the best West Tampa they've ever made.
What I'm really trying to convey here is it really hurt to have you not there with me, Mark.
Jared's like a kid and we're like the split up parents.
I'm glad you see it the same way I do.
Jared, he's at his mom's house this weekend.
Well, he was supposed to sleep over.
Yeah, you know how mothers are, though. Always trying to do everything they can to get that child support. Shout out to all the single moms out there.
Let's get Mark. Just jump out the window. Meet me at the street. We'll make up.
The 7-Eleven, the one on the corner that we usually go to. But don't jump out there. Jump out at the Wawa, which you won't expect it. And then we'll go to Central Cigars.
I just can't wait to use that new porch Mark made me,
Looks nice, right?
It does. I can't wait to it's like 7 a.m. in the morning. You're getting ready for work. I'm out there smoking a cigar.
That'd be hilarious.
You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, Where's my coffee?
I'd probably laugh, to be honest.
And then he'd call the police.
I remember one time I was waking up to go to school. This is high school. And I see my Uncle
Last
Joe just hanging out in our pool and drinking a beer.
Is that before work?
I don't think it was working that day.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, he's not going in for like another 3 hours. One beer is not going to kill him.
Yeah, he's like, get to school, Mark.
Honestly, it'd probably mellow him out. Be a lot nicer. The employees would have liked him more. Be like, oh man, he's chill today.
Get back to work.
Have another beer.
Get.
Anyway, like I was saying, we launched a new cigar game.
Okay.
Who's the imposter? Similar to Who's Lying, but different. You know how to play imposter, right?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, for those of you that don't know, Mark, we're each going to get a card. One of us is going to have an imposter card, which means we're not going to know what the cigar is. The other two, which should have been 3 because Zach's not here, but the other 2 are going to have the same cigar. And we're going to go around giving like 1 or 2 words. And without being too specific, we got to be vague, but kind of like hints towards what the answer is. And then at some point, we'll call a vote.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm down.
Cool. This time, I had nothing to do with the answers, so I have no idea what they are at all.
Obviously, let's all vote for him to be the imposter.
Sure. All right. Pick a card, any card.
Will Alex become...
Don't show anyone. Pick a card. Don't look. Did you see?
No, I can't see.
Okay.
Who starts?
Well, you can start.
All right, we already know.
White.
Oh, sorry, we're doing what? He's doing a color.
What's wrong with that? Were you awake when we were doing this with the Central Cigar Guys?
Yeah, I watched that one, but I'm talking about this one. He's saying...
Yeah, I said white.
As
That's his
a
hint.
label?
What do you want, specifics? He's giving you a hint.
Yeah, now you say something.
Okay, yellow.
Well,
Okay.
Fair is fair.
New York.
okay.
Now we know it's Mark.
No.
Dude, do you know how to play the game or what?
What?
I'm going to say sword.
Man, if I say anything... Trying to make something where it's not too obvious. Classic.
Honestly, I think the hardest thing about this game is saying something that's not too specific.
Yeah, because I don't want to guess.
That is the point of the game. I would say... no, that's too obvious. Lectern.
What?
Lectern.
The fuck is that?
Like a podium where you teach from or read from.
Okay, well, can we just guess now?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going. Lake Mary.
Well, okay.
Should we just guess now?
No, say something.
Trying to think. It's hard because if I say it, anything, you're going to guess. If I say Lounge Lake Mary,
Not to give too much away.
I know, but like, when
All right, that's your answer. Too bad. Cuban.
I'm going to guess that it's Alex.
Wait, hold on. Are you voting?
I'm voting.
I'll vote.
You're voting too?
Yeah.
Who do you vote for?
You.
Why me?
Because like 2 years don't even make any sense.
What?
to your answers they gave.
Which ones?
The podium.
Podium, lectern.
Oh, you know what?
You said Cuban. You said something else.
well,
you said
Cuban
New York.
makes sense.
Well,
Oh, man, so honestly,
his
Mark
answer.
doesn't know what the cigar is. If he doesn't know New York,
Okay.
which you know, the lectern, I'll explain that one. When we had Miguel here, he told us the history of where Monte Cristo came from. And it was the Count of Monte Cristo. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but why are you explaining anything? I'm just saying.
So who are you voting for?
You said that answer didn't make sense. So I'm explaining myself.
I'm just thinking that, like,
And Cuban makes sense.
I'm just saying he said white.
Maybe it's Jared.
He said white.
I don't know. He started with yellow.
I said yellow. He said in Lake Mary. I said it's a lounge.
Yeah, but that was like, he said white, you said yellow. Unless
I
you
know.
gave it away right off the bat by saying white.
Exactly. Was he talking about the smoke or the cigar? So now
Oh,
it's definitely 100% you two. One of you two.
No, they have a white label.
That is true too. That's why I said yellow.
What I'm saying is he said white label and then you said yellow. I'm curious if you got it right off the bat. White's too good of a guess right off the bat, is what I'm saying.
It might be
But
Jared,
never mind.
actually. You're right.
He said white. He didn't say white label.
I know, but you don't want to be too specific. I think that was too specific for a first round answer.
really?
So if it was,
Yeah, but I'm saying you would say that because you know what it is. But I'm saying next time, don't give such a specific answer.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
okay, so it is you.
No, I think it's
No, 'cause I know-
Jared.
Well, it could have been Davidoff, it could have been or Macanudo, but
Yeah.
all right, this is it. We've had our time to discuss.
Oh
We're
my-
all going to vote.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Jared.
No.
What? So it was you.
Yeah.
I said it was
Damn.
him. That's why he started explaining himself.
I know, but it sounded good. I didn't know that
What's
your
it-
thing was real.
So, in all honesty, you said white, you said yellow, done.
Oh, gave it.
It was a done deal for me.
Dang.
That's why you got to be careful.
Dang. Why'd you think it was me?
Well, at first you're like, what? And you stopped. I was like, is it the actual series? Because yellow is a classic series. White is also a series. We didn't say series or label. But
Yeah,
then
you don't want to. If you said white label, that's like a
Yeah,
given.
it's like too much.
that's why I said yellow.
And then I said, so I should have started with sword.
That would have been a great hint.
Yeah, that'd been great.
Because, I mean,
When you
Yeah,
said Lake
you could have
Mary,
thought like Gurkha or something.
once I said Lake
Actually,
Mary,
yeah.
I knew he was talking about Corona. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
lounge.
At first, I didn't get that one.
And
And I was
like
like, wait
that.
a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good practice round.
God, I thought we were getting a fight over this.
That's how
I
it's
am
supposed
not
to be.
the imposter.
What's funny is I was imposter both rounds at Central Cigars, and then right off the bat, I'm imposter again. Sucks. All right.
Yeah, but they actually couldn't guess. Those lasted pretty long.
No, those were good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you have more people, it comes out better.
Yeah. I wish we had 4 people, but which one do you want?
One closest to Mark.
Okay.
It's gonna be the imposter, but okay, this is gonna be very difficult.
Why do you always like? You can't help yourself. You just want to give.
I am so
information
excited
out.
to play this game.
Okay. Sounds
Okay, so
good.
start.
I'm gonna start this time.
Yeah. We can go around. Until next time you start.
Well,
Blue.
I would say silver.
I'm going to say. I'm going to say Jay-Z.
All right. Keep going.
Red.
I would say Dominican.
I'll say Cuban.
You want to just keep going for fun?
Yeah. Purple.
I would say gold.
Mark.
I'm going to say Spectre.
Oh, okay. You want to keep going?
Green.
I would say Star of.
What'd you say? Star of?
Star of.
You have to fill in the blank.
I think it's Alex.
Okay.
Great choice.
One more answer.
What? You want one more?
Because he started, so you got your last answer.
Okay. Let's go with popular.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought for sure he would catch on. Like for sure, he had to.
You're messing with us.
What do you mean messing with you?
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Alex.
It's Mark.
Why do you think it's me?
Because you got it all wrong. Every single one.
How did I get it wrong?
Jay-Z, Cuban, you said
Spectre. That's for Cohiba.
It's not Cohiba.
What do you think it is?
I thought it was Cohiba.
What do you think it is now?
So you said silver?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Sam Pry?
Yeah.
You mean the band?
Yeah. There's silver on it. Oh, can you not see that?
I was debating whether saying yellow is a joke to throw everybody off.
That would have been great.
But it's technically gold, so it's not really a real hint. When we said silver, I was like, but isn't this chrome?
Again, if you wanted to say yellow, that's fine. And you could have said lavender. You could have said navy if you wanted to. Those are all hints. You got to play it out because it's like, is that going to be too much of a look at me, or is it going to be,
I really thought it was Cohiba.
Yeah, when you said Spectre, I was like, this guy. I didn't know what you thought it was at first. Whoa, what'd you say?
I said Jay-Z.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I was like, oh, this is definitely Cohiba. Jay-Z's, Jay-Z had his Cohiba collab.
So you thought it was Cohiba based off of, what'd you say?
The colors, maybe? I don't know.
What'd you say, blue, and I said silver? Maybe.
Yeah, I said purple, green.
That was funny. Oh, man. All right.
That was a fast one.
I thought for sure you were going to catch on.
I just want to still be friends after this. That's all. But I don't want to become the imposter.
Which one?
The one closest to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So you start this time.
I will. Nicaraguan.
This one's a hard crown.
That narrows it down.
Help me out, Mark. If I had to really feel it out there,
this one's a hard one to do. I think.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I'm expensive, like upper middle expensive tier type of cigar.
Okay.
Like 25 plus, maybe. For Toro, especially.
Just tell us what it is.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm making a joke. Don't tell us.
No.
I lied. Dominican.
It's hard.
Cheap Connecticut.
Well, I think we know who the imposter is, but I won't say. I've been right so far.
I think it's you.
I actually don't know what to really say about this one. I've only had it a few times, never on the podcast.
Keep going.
Other than good.
You'll get there.
The bands, the label has white in it.
Okay. I think we'd guess.
Wait, who started? Me?
Yeah.
All right. You want to guess?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Jared.
Mark.
What did your card say?
Oh, what?
I had no idea, bro.
Oh, it's Alex.
That's you again?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was wrong.
I was like,
Well,
what?
I really don't smoke Ashton that often. So
I don't either. But they do have cheap Connecticut, and they are.
Yeah,
we're both right.
Yeah, but the Toro is usually pretty expensive. Anything Toro Amor is really.
Yeah, but you're probably thinking of like the symmetry or not the symmetry. What is that one? I forget what it's called.
I forgot the name of them, to be honest.
Yeah, the classic's not expensive though. But I know what you're thinking of.
That's what threw me off, because I know they have their...
I also said medium to.
Yeah.
It's not like 40, 50, 60 plus.
I thought it was Alex at first when he said Dominican and then actually Nicaragua, and I was like, he might just not know.
I almost said we can't count. They can't go back on a hint.
See, I went with that because I was like, they probably don't even know. And also too, I was like, if you do like Nicaraguan, like a lot of brands use both.
Yeah.
So you can get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You should have done like a Taro Fuente, because they have so much to go off of.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. It wasn't up to me though.
Yeah, true. Because you could have said like fire, and people would be like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have said like curls. You know?
Ooh. Yeah. Not curly though. That would have been like.
That would have been too much. Yeah.
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 I didn't get crown. But is there a crown in the logo?
Isn't there a crown in the logo?
I think there
the
is.
top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I said crown, because I was like, that's kind of a good hint without like
Yeah.
giving too much, because there's a lot with crowns, you know?
It's like the label has a crown head.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And then you said like expensive, mid-tier, whatever, expensive. And then he said cheap Connecticut. I'm like, is it El Septimo? And I'm like, maybe you were talking about one of the like the Queen of Sheba or whatever. She had a crown in it.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys been smoking anything new lately?
Yeah, I had a Padron Black. I had a
all weekend, honestly. I mean, yeah.
I've been like regularly, like smoking anything new regularly.
Just if it's new, you can't smoke it regularly. It's not new anymore.
Yeah, it's like still new to you, but you're still smoking it like, you smoked it a couple times.
what I have been enjoying is the Charter Oak Pregante. I think it is.
Is that the newer one with the little fancier?
Yeah, the Connecticut one.
Really? I actually like the original better.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. Just,
You had the new one, the Pregante, the skinnier Connecticut one?
oh, no.
There you go.
No. But I think what draws me to Charter Oak is that it's like a cheaper. Like, how much is the new one? Like, probably like 15.
I think it's like 13, 14.
Oh, okay, so it's still around the same price point.
Yeah. It's like up one tier.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, assuming we say expensive, we're talking like $20 plus or 25 plus.
Yeah, I mean, when
Medium
I think
is like
expensive,
10
I think,
to 20. And cheap is like under 15, 10 usually, under,
yeah.
free.
Yeah, but I thought those newer ones, they're not new anymore, but
Yeah.
I thought they were around 15 for some reason.
I mean, at Blend and Barrel, it's like 15, so I just automatically take $1 off just in case.
Yeah, that
So
makes
maybe
sense.
it's 15.
Yeah, I like a cheaper one. I've been smoking a lot of Rodriguez.
You like it?
Yeah.
I had the Maduro. I thought it was pretty good. It was unique.
I think for the price point they're at, it's
Yeah.
solid.
$10.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're actually pretty decent. I'll have to try some more. Outside of that, something relatively newer.
I've been liking those Umbagogs too.
Oh, you're smoking those?
Yeah.
The bronze back?
Yeah.
Those are good. I should probably have a few more of those. I've only had 2. And then I would say, what was I going to say? I'm trying to get into EP Korea more.
Really? Okay.
They're coming out with the 2025 pledge. Looking forward to that.
I'll tell you what, that new Camacho was real good.
Oh, dude.
It's
So you
really
did have
good.
that, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll take some pictures. I forgot to send it.
No, but
You said you would.
I forgot to send it. I took pictures.
We played rock, paper, scissors for it.
We did. That was real good though. We got to get them on.
that actually was a really fantastic cigar. The limited edition 2025 from Camacho. Fire. Probably,
Probably the best Camacho, I think.
dude, low key. That might be.
100%. I think it is.
What do you think, Jared? You're the most critical
Well,
nowadays.
usually we got to start with the band Because if it's a bad band, Mark wouldn't even open it.
It is a great band.
It is a great band.
Like, it's very well designed.
It's easy to read. It just says limited on it, 2025. I think the flavor is very good. I think the timing was perfect. The fact they gave it to us, we feel special. No, but seriously, it was pretty good. I think we try to give every cigar a fair chance when we get it, especially when it's free.
Yeah.
We try to get Mark to take pictures.
I'll actually clip this, right? The new Camacho, limited 2025, probably one of the best Camachos I've come out recently. But speaking directly to Davidoff, you need to send us 4 because we have 4 cigar guys.
That's true. But the triple Maduro is still in my heart. And in my mouth.
Yes.
The flavor.
Personally, I would put that in a top 25 for sure. So far.
Top of 2025 or just top 25 in general?
Both?
Very good. 2 lists it made. 2 lists, people.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was really good. I mean, I'd put it on my list for top 2025 cigars.
For sure, top 2025.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
For 2025 specifically, I would put that in a top 10.
Yeah.
So when's the general availability release for that?
The 19th.
So
it just came out.
Tomorrow.
I wonder what the price point is on those.
If I were to guess, 20. Ironically, that'd be funny if it was $25, but it's probably between 20 and 25.
It goes up every year.
Don't they come in like their own little special box thing?
They come in an aluminum container, I believe it said. Aluminum tin style 25 pack.
See, I wish they sent us the tin also.
Yeah, just 4 cigars, but in the tin. Or all of them. I don't know. Whatever. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though.
Or, if you want to, Davidoff can send us some Davidoff cigars. We'll do some reviews. Just saying.
That is true. Speaking of...
I was actually kind of surprised they sent it to us.
Why?
I'm not.
I don't know. I just feel like we've been ragging on Davidoff a little bit.
That's why it was Davidoff that sent us Camachos.
True.
But too, I was talking to someone and I was like, hey, guess what we got? And he was like, he thought it was Zeno. And I told him it was Camacho. He's like, well, I assumed it would be like one of the sub brands, which makes sense. I mean, do they really need to be promoting like Davidoff line?
Yeah,
realistically?
No way. Yeah, they don't need to.
Yeah, but all makes sense to kind of get the word out for like a new Camacho, or if they have a new Zeno that comes out or something like that.
100%. I saw our buddy Cigar Prop got one too.
Yeah. I don't know if Central Cigars has them, but they did get them and they posted it. I don't know if they have them in yet. I think technically they're supposed to have it. Well, actually, by the time you're watching this, yeah, they have it. They also have our sponsor, Sans Price Cigars, in stock now. Yeah, definitely. In stock now. Go check them out.
Is that a new account for them?
It is.
Nice.
Making the waves, making the rounds. Sans Price. Everywhere. Everywhere that deserves it.
I love this cigar.
No, I think so too. And then 2, if you want to open my laptop, we can have another round. More content for me to post.
To get all that ash off there.
I know, it's going to get inside and it's going to ruin it. It's going to be one round of a blind ranking because I didn't put too many on there. I'm going for really like boutique brands, but I'm going for like, I would say lesser known in terms of the market.
We're doing like top 3?
No, we still do 5. Blind rank 5. But we'll just do one round.
Okay.
You ready, Jared? You know how to blind rank?
What are we going to do? 1 through 15?
Just 5, 1 through 5, blind ranking.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Are you nervous? This is all going to be like mid-level boutique brands. So not like, when you say boutique, it's not going to be like, Dunbarton and Trust.
I will say there's no bad answers on this one.
There are no bad answers on this one. It's actually probably harder to rank these because they're near and dear to our hearts.
All right. Starting off with the HDA.
Wow.
Recent endeavors.
Wow. Which HDA?
Just the brand, bro. Come on.
Oh my
Jeez.
God.
Actually, I will say, last podcast I smoked one, I didn't really enjoy it. I smoked the other two. Amazing.
Did you have the Habano first?
I had
Oh no, you had that. See, I like that one that you had. The silver
Sun-grown.
band. Yeah, the sun-grown.
Yeah.
So I think the common theme here is there's something for everyone. You're gonna like at least two.
Damn.
HDA, where you put it?
But am I going first?
Yes.
A 4. One being the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
I would put it at. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with 4 too, just because there's so many more to come.
I'm going to go with 5.
Whoa.
Can't you see the other ones on there?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know which one's going to pop up.
Oh my God.
Maybe he's already read the whole list 3 times. Dun, dun, dun.
M. Bombay.
Wow. 1.
Really?
Really? Wow. Okay.
You nervous?
I would put them at. God, it's hard. 2.
4.
Smart choice.
Going 4.
Kind of nervous. I feel like Mark's gonna have the best list again.
I should have put them a little higher, I think.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's a tough one. I would say lack of variety for me is why I would put it on the lower end.
Caldwell.
5.
Honestly, I'm going to put it at 5 too.
See? You see what he's doing? He's copying me.
I put it at 2. I
See,
like
he knows
Caldwell.
the list. Everyone's cheating here.
Yeah, even if you know the list, I wouldn't have put it at 2.
I really like their King is Dead and Blind Man's Bluff.
Yeah.
Bentley. See, I wish I put Bentley higher. I wish I put Bentley at 2, but
I already said 1 and 4. I'll go with 5.
Wait, I thought you just said 5.
No. Wait, did he?
Yeah.
Is it 4 than 1?
Oh, I thought you put Caldwell at.
He did put Caldwell at 5. Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
2 and 3 left. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And 3.
What do I have? I totally forgot.
I think you have the same.
Yeah.
What did I put in my 1? I didn't put anything in my 1.
Oh, no, you're right.
You
You
have
have
1 and 3 left, I think.
I have 1 and 3 left.
yeah.
I'll put them at. I'll have to put them at 3 then.
Yeah,
Holding out.
I'm going to put him at 3 also.
Holding out. My number 1. Mark's right. There's no bad answers on this list. It's not like we're going to get acid.
I'm giving my list. Roma Craft. Obviously number 1 for me.
I mean, I only have 1 left, right? So 2.
Guess I'm putting them at 1.
Roma Craft is a good, solid 1 though.
No, it is a good one. I mean, the Neanderthal specifically, one of my favorites. Probably my favorite out of the bunch. That is a good list.
Although I will say, I think they've been a little stagnant lately, but it's my opinion.
So late, you already voted.
They were coming out with some great stuff. They're coming out with stuff periodically, but Mark, you may have a point there. I feel like for me personally, the excitement passed a while ago.
Yeah, I agree. They still make great stuff, and I still really enjoy them, but I just feel like I haven't really got too excited from them in a while.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What's next? What's What's coming up? How many do you have left?
That's 5. We did 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
We could do another
we
one.
just finish it out for funsies.
Yeah. I will say too, Caldwell, the Lost and Found series are always really good.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes they have funny names, like Just a Tip. It's a funny one.
Yeah, we should do like just a whole list of Room 101 cigars.
Yeah, right?
13, 14, 15. You ready, Zach? I mean,
Just a Tip was
Whoa.
Caldwell, not Room 101.
You heard that?
no, I know, but you made me think of funny names and I said Room 101.
Marky called you Zach.
All right, West Tampa.
We'll go with 2.
Wow. I'm going to go with 4.
Wow.
I'm going to go with 5.
Okay. Be different.
I feel like I should be handling the computer next time. All right, I'm going to try and remember this time. West Tampa.
OZ family.
Haas Family Cigars. I was going there.
No, what did I say the first one?
You put them at 2.
Okay. That's what you heard. Okay. I'll put Olive Skinner at 3.
I'll put them at 5.
I'll put them at what did I say, 5? I'll put them at 3.
Wow. Very different lists now. Are you happy, Jared?
I am happy.
Samurai.
1.
Oh, yeah, you have 1. So you have 1, 2, and 3? Or 1, 2, and 4?
1, 2, and 3, right?
Okay. I'm going to put them...
Wow. He's watching.
I'm going to put them at 2, actually.
Whoa.
I'm putting them at 2 also.
You just... Okay.
Now the lists are coming together. I hope I don't regret that decision.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
I don't regret that decision.
Besa.
Wow, Jared, you asshole.
Well,
You said 2 already, right?
Yeah.
I said 1, 2, and 3, so we have to do what's right.
Can't change my answer now.
No, you can't go back.
So all you have is 4 and 5 left?
Why are you struggling?
Well, I mean, 5 is bigger than 4, but 4 means more. We'll go with 4.
Number 1, baby.
Yeah, I'm going number 1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you put the list together. He reads the list.
I know. I'm sorry, Jared.
So what are you fighting for now? 5?
It's the only thing I got left, buddy.
What are you fighting for?
I think I have... No, I have my 3 left. I have my number 3 left, I believe.
Okay, I think I have my number 4 left.
And the answer is...
Crown Heads.
Great list.
I have 5.
Pat myself on the back.
You have
What
good
a
list, too.
fantastic list.
What are you going to say?
Well, I think it's going to my 3 spot. I think that's the one I have left.
Yeah, I think I have a good list also. I'm pretty pleased with my list.
Yeah, the first 2, right off the bat, great choices. Everything else, subpar. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I was trying to say my number 1 spot both times.
There's no more on there?
No, you'd have to assume that. Oh, not mentioned Paustania. Would have been a tough call, but it was on there. You have to assume, given the preface, Besa was going to be on that list, Jared.
Well, I mean, I didn't see the list. He saw the list. He put the list together.
But I did describe the list as one describes the Epstein list. They may or may not be on it.
Yeah, it does say boutique brands.
And I did specify, I said like mid to low tier. I even gave you an example. I said Dunbarton is not going to be on this list.
I don't really count them as boutique anymore.
No. Because like when I have a list that says boutique cigars, I'm like, that's like, they're boutique, but there needs to be a differentiation between like large scale boutique and then, small or mid scale boutique.
I wouldn't even argue that Caldwell is not that boutique anymore.
But it's on the list.
It is on the list. Because, I mean, I don't know. What defines a boutique cigar? I just think when I hear boutique, I think like a small brand.
Small brand.
That's kind of the stigma, but boutique really by definition just means like not large production, but small production, essentially.
Yeah, but I'd argue that Dunbarton's pretty large production now.
Yeah. I think it has to do with, I don't know. I looked it up at one point and then I forgot because it was confusing. And you could argue either way.
I guess you could argue maybe it's like the owner is directly involved with like blending and the brand and stuff.
Maybe it has to do with scale of like the actual company itself. Because you have like, a Toro Fuente is like large scale company, produces, millions and millions of cigars every year. And then you can say that Steve Saka also produces millions of cigars a year.
Exactly.
But his company is smaller.
Yeah, but like, would you consider Room 101 boutique? I wouldn't, because they got bought
not
out.
anymore. No, not for sure. Or not.
I mean, he also sold the company for $100 million. So, I mean, he probably got out of the boutique pretty fast.
It would be. I feel like you could argue Room 101 is a boutique line in a
large brand.
Yeah, in a large company. You could argue that.
You could argue that. I'm not arguing that though.
No, yeah, I think so. But I'm curious to know what Jared's favorite boutique brands are before we wrap this up.
Well, first we have to define boutique, and
I think boutique, as far as I'm going for, is just like a smaller brand.
I think it's a smaller brand, usually somewhat cheaper.
I wouldn't say cheaper.
Ideally, sometimes family or friend.
No, because Sound Pariah is boutique.
Yeah, they're definitely not cheaper.
I'd probably say Besa, La Galera, Maduro specifically.
I wouldn't consider La Galera boutique either.
Yeah, that was. See, I almost put them on the list, but I was like, well,
Just
in terms of
La
production,
Galera, not like.
you could argue that it is a boutique brand.
Of course,
Maybe not a boutique
11
company.
Cigars making the Besa, of course. The smaller brands. I think I really don't smoke a lot of smaller brands though.
Big baller.
No, just if they're 10 to $15, 16, 16.95.
So you define boutique as in cheap?
Not necessarily, but usually a $15 stick or less. Smaller company, not as well known, trying to get out there.
Would you say Mark Foundation's boutique?
No.
Mm.
Not at all.
No.
By definition, they are, but
I don't know.
that's like, even they say my father's boutique. It's like,
My father's definitely not boutique.
yeah, exactly.
Would you consider Espinosa boutique?
See, that's another one. That's a great one. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I just feel like it's so massive.
Yeah, massive.
But people do consider them boutique.
They are a boutique company. But in my mind, they're not.
I feel like if they didn't get the deal with
Yes, correct.
yeah, they probably would be a boutique, but now they're so massive because they have the knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, I think we're basically envisioning it as like a level of success.
100%.
Not exactly the production, but just a level of success and like notoriety.
So if you're only in one store, but you're selling 1 million cigars a year, are you not boutique then?
See,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
See?
That is a good question.
But you are
It's
boutique.
all relative.
Yeah, you are boutique. Yeah. I would still consider that boutique.
Okay, let's do like 1 billion cigars a year, one store. See what I mean?
If you're, but too, then you're looking at
Sales.
not production, but like
Successful sales.
I guess kind of productions, like where you're selling it. If you're only selling it to one place,
Yeah, you're still boutique because you can only get it from one spot. Even if you're selling $1 billion a year through them.
What if you're like in 100 stores, but you only sell like 100,000 sticks a year?
that's definitely
It's
boutique.
definitely boutique, yeah.
Okay. So we do have some kind of limits we can create.
Yeah, I think that the definition is based on production scale, but we tend to envision it as like notoriety sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like Espinosa is definitely selling like millions a year in cigars. Same thing with Dunbarton, Crown Heads. You know? I bet you if Dunbarton sold right now, they'd sell for $100 million.
It's possible for sure. I guess, yeah. If Room 101, how much did they so far? 80 million or?
I read $100 million.
Okay, well, it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the 200 million.
Damn.
Look it up. How much Room 101 sold for?
It's between 80 and 100 for sure.
Yeah, I think he's funny too because like if you saw him, you would not think he's worth that much money.
He's just a chill guy for real.
Seriously.
I don't know about chill, actually. I don't know if well, he's chill. Maybe a little too chill.
I think they made the right guy rich.
That's for sure.
I think it basically came down to they don't know the price. That's what ChatGPT said.
Oh, well.
I remember reading something online.
There's a headline somewhere.
Yeah.
I know we don't trust headlines, but
Today we do.
today we do.
It says not disclosed.
Okay.
I really remember seeing a number somewhere.
I know. I think it was like an
The
estimate.
specific sale price of Room 101, the cigar brand, to Scandinavian
Did you ask
Tobacco Group.
ChatGPT or did you look it up on Google?
Now it's Google.
Okay.
Was not disclosed. The transaction happened and completed on June 10th, 2022. So,
Was that long ago?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Matt Booth.
I actually remember when they sold because I was like, I don't know if I want to support him now.
He's still involved in the company, though. So
Yeah, he is, yeah. Who bought them? I forgot.
Scandinavian Tobacco Group.
I think that's why I didn't like it. 'Cause-
I just said that.
oh, my bad.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that.
God.
I was just waiting for a number, and all those were letters.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about 100 million.
I remember seeing 80 million. He remembers seeing 100 million. We'll call it 90.
Yeah, I'm not seeing 80 either.
All right, I believe you. Well,
Any more games?
not today. Can't have too much fun.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but I enjoy my cigars for sure. Shout out
So-
Samparai. Making moves. Let's call it there.
Sounds good. See you in the next one.
Bye.
We should have a whole podcast where we debate what boutique is.
That's pretty good.
Let's keep going.
I thought
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cigar Guys Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the latest episodes. Looking for short form content? Check out all our social media accounts in the description below. And now, a final word from our sponsors.
What if every cigar was considered vintage? What if every cigar that we made was that perfect experience? And so that passion drove us to create Samparai, a cigar without equal. The inspiration between Samparai is 100% all about quality. Everything that we enjoy in our cigars, everything from the tasting notes to the burn, to the aroma, to the way the cigar lights, to the packaging. Everything is focused on Samparai cigars. And that's where we came up with our name, Samparai, which is French for without equal, unparalleled. And we take every cigar that we make to that level, making sure that if it isn't something that inspires you to do something more, then it's not part of the portfolio. And that's what drives us every day.